Welcome back. This is part 2 of the Unix commands. In the previous video we established directories in Unix and we showed you how to navigate, how to move up in the directory structure, to move down, to move back to the home directory. Now we're going to talk about files. Let's take a look at our Windows system, and we have a file here called first space 1, and it's a text file. So the name of the file is really first space 1.txt. If you open it up, you will see, oh shucks, forget that. You will see that it has just one line. What we want to do is we want to do the same thing in Unix. This time we want to place this file first 1 in each of the directories we created before. So let's take a look. So how do we do it? Before doing that, let's talk more about how you look at files. We talked about directories before. First rule is Unix file names are case sensitive and you cannot have spaces in the names. So no spaces. File names look pretty much like identifiers in C++. Alright, so if I wanted to look for a file in Windows, all you have to do is open the folder and you can kind of see the files. If you have lots of files, you can search. In Unix, let's see what happens. The command for listing file names is ls, short for list. So if I say ls, what in the world just happened? I get a ton of files, right? It's too many. So there is a way in Unix to restrict the file that you look at. If I say ls, it means all the files. I can also say ls with a star, and the star is a special symbol in Unix which means match anything. So star by itself means everything. Now I can specify a particular file by giving its full name if you happen to know it. So let's say ls first 1, and I see that I have a file called first 1. How can I see what's inside of that file? Yeah, you're going to say do pico. I will say no. You have two other options. You can say, take a look, you can see what's inside of a file by typing in a command called more or a command called cat. They are pretty much the same command, so let's do cat. Cat means catenate. In short, it really means display the content of a file on the screen, the whole thing. So cat says, oh shoot. Of course, if I say cat, I must give a file name. So cat first 1, and it shows you what's inside. I can also do more first 1. And more is more intelligent because if you have a large file, it will not show you all of it. It will show you the file one screen at a time. The same thing that happens when you do a repository command, cpm view. You don't see everything at once. So let's see where we are. So let's look at certain files. If I want to find all the .cpp files, what do I really mean? I mean all the files that end in .cpp. So I can say ls, what does star mean? It means all the files. I can restrict it by saying all the files, yes, but only those that end in CPP. And now I will get a bunch of files. Okay? I can also select a file by what something begins with. So how would I say, show me all the files that begin with a lowercase e? And you should say it starts with E and anything else can follow. That's what the star means. And we have 2 files of that name. I can also list files that contain a particular character or set of characters. So if I want to see files that contain an uppercase M, what do I say? I say show me the files, ls. It can start with anything, but it must contain an M, and the M can be followed by anything. So you see what you have. Okay? Let's take a quick look at something else, because we have a directory called COP, we have this directory which we call the home directory. So it's really a folder that can contain what? Files and other folders. So this directory can contain other directories. Let's take a look if we say ls. It's going to be a lot of stuff, but I want to pick out something. Notice that some of the names end with a star. Don't worry about that. Some end with a slash. What do you think? If it ends with a slash, then it really is a directory. So when you do ls and see a name that ends with a slash, that thing is a directory. In Windows, you would see an icon for a folder. So let's be sure. Let's go inside the directory called work directory and see what's inside. How do we do that? I want to click on, oops, I can't click in Unix, so I must do what? Change directory to work directory and see what we have. See what's in there. It's got a little bit of stuff in there. Okay? Let's go back home. Let's go back to the home directory. What's the approach? CD what? What's home? Tilde. Right. Now, here's what we need to do. We want to take the file first one, and we want to copy this file into each of the directories we created earlier. What were those directories called? One was play. So we want to copy. To copy a file, the command is cp. What file do we want to copy? First one. Where do we want it to go? In this case, we want it to go into the directory called play. Boom. Okay? So, let's take a quick look at what's inside of directory play. But let's not go inside of directory play. What if we say ls show me the files that are in directory play? So what do we see in there? See a bunch of stuff, okay? So now let's copy first into directory here, which is inside of directory play. So how do we do that? Copy, first one. Where do we want to put it? We want to put it inside of directory here, which is inside of directory play. Get it? Do you believe it worked? Well, let's take a look. Let's say ls, oops, my bad. ls play / here. What does that mean? Show me the files that are in directory here, which is inside of directory play. And what do you get? You get first one, and you also see, aha, here has a directory called there. So how do we copy the file into the there directory? How do we do that? Well, just say put it there, right? See that? So from any position in a directory, I can always go inside of the directories that are beneath me. Can you go inside of directories that are above you? Of course you can, because you can go back to the parent if you want to. All right? So let's go into this directory where we just placed this. So we changed this directory. Notice our change directory command, we can specify a path to where we want to end up. So we want to start in the home directory. We want to go inside of the play directory. My bad. We want to select the there directory, which is inside of the here directory, which is inside of the play directory. So we can do that, and we see that we have arrived where we wanted to. Let's see what files are here. So we have the file first. All right. Let's see. Okay. So I think we've shown you a few things that from any point in our file system we can go down by specifying the directories that we need to walk through. We can go up actually by using ... So if I'm inside of there, I can go back 2 levels by saying what? change ... where will that take me? ... will take you from this directory to this directory. If I say ... again, where will it take me? It'll take me, I'll go from here to here, and then here to here. So I should end up in play. Let's take a look. See, we have ended up in play. Okay, I think with that we need to break again and hopefully finish up with one final video.